Hey you guys, it's Peter and welcome to my channel, Peter Watches TV, where I watch all the TV shows and then I come over here and I react to them. And it is a new season of Love After Lockup, one of my all-time favorite shows. Well, it's not actually Love After Lockup, it's Love During Lockup, which I'll explain here in just a second because I know there's a lot of you out there that watch my videos but don't watch these shows. So I will explain to you how the whole hierarchy of Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, and Love During Lockup works here in just a second. I am self-taught. I had to find out on my own how it all worked out. But listen, Linda, I am so excited for this new season. 2 episodes are out so far, so you can catch up on it. And all of them are new couples, except for one woman that has been on the show before. But we'll get into that in just a second. Okay, so here's kind of how it works. I'm going to try to give you like a real quick rundown. I think I started watching Love After Lockup season 5, okay? And then I was very confused because I think it was maybe season 5. And season 5 ended, and then it went right in like a week later it started, and it was Life After Lockup. But it didn't really feel any different to me, and I was like, I'm confused, what's going on? Now all of a sudden it's being called, and each season has like 30 episodes, okay? And all of a sudden, it's being called Life After Lockup. And then I didn't understand it. And so then my friend had to explain it to me. And she's like, what you really need to do is, because they have a lot of people that are like on Love During Lockup, then they're on Love After Lockup, and then they're also in Life After Lockup. Okay, so, and vice versa. Then some of them get locked up again, and anyway, it's just a mess of trouble. It's just a mess of trouble, okay? So, so after this, we already know that next fall, I think it's next fall, the new season of Love After Lockup comes out. They're speculating that Brittany and Marcelino is going to be on it. She's like literally my all-time favorite. If that happens, oh my God. Now, I was trying to be the #1 Sister Wives commentary channel on YouTube. That didn't happen. Now I'm trying to be the #1 1,000 Pound Sisters commentary channel on YouTube, and I don't think that's going to happen either. Can I be the #1 Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Life After Lockup commentary channel? Because I love a felon. I do. Oh my God, I love a bad boy. I love a bad boy so much. There aren't really any good-looking bad boys ever, actually, as I think about it. Well, there's been a couple cute ones through the season. Well, I'm trying to think of somebody that I thought was really good-looking. Now I can't think of really anybody. But did you guys watch Unlocked on Netflix? Oh, that AO guy, oh my God, he is so good looking. I looked him up. He's doing 13 years in Arizona State Prison. So, ladies, if you're looking to get with AO, it's not going to happen for a while. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I love this show so much. I love it. Last season was really good, okay? Like, I was talking to my friend, because we watch it every Friday night. Well, we didn't watch it on Saturdays, because it airs so late. So, and we follow all the Facebook groups. There's a podcast that's called Locked Up After Love, and they have a Facebook group. I love y'all out there. Y'all keep me informed of everything. The pictures are funny. I love it. So anyway, I watch everything about it. I read all this kind of stuff. I just don't watch the TikToks of people. But last season, our favorite was Jawalia and her wig. We love Jawalia so much. Anyway, so this season we have 5 new couples, and I took some notes this week on it, okay? But like, here's the thing. I really need to do my reactions like 3 minutes after I watch this show, because I kind of forget. With all the other shows that I watch, I don't forget. If you ask me halfway through the season, I'll be talking to you guys like these people are my best friends. No, true story, I will. But like right out of the gate, I don't really remember a lot of their stories. What I will tell you is, it feels like there's going to be maybe at least 2 polyamorous relationships this season. My favorite are when the men are talking to 2 women, and they, like last season, who was it? It was Joelia, and what was her, I can't remember what her boyfriend's, or her ex-boyfriend's name was, and then he was with Quinoa, why can't I think of her name? Quinoa? Well, I can't think of her name. Anyway, he was with her, and then it was the whole tire slashing thing. Anyway, I have gone back now, and I have started watching it from season 1, okay? Somebody said recently, did you catch up? Because it was my goal to finish all of the seasons by January 1st. Somebody was like trying to get cute. And they're like, did you ever catch up with all the seasons? Every season has 432 episodes or something ridiculous, okay? So here's how it started. Love After Lockup season 1, if you go back and watch it, is like 6 episodes, okay? And the premise behind the show was it was mostly, I think it was all men. These men were getting out of prison and they were already engaged to these women and then they were going to get married. So the show was set up from them getting out of prison, planning their wedding, and then it ended on their wedding, okay? That was how season 1 was. That was like the premise of how the show was going to start. The show has greatly evolved from those early days. And if you watch season 1, it's kind of junky. Like, it really is. Like, it doesn't even seem real. Like, it seems kind of fake. Season 2 kind of went with that premise too, but not the same. Then season 2 goes into life after lockup. Okay, so love after lockup is like they're picking them up from the bus station. Okay, they're picking them up from the bus station or the halfway house where they have to live, and they're pissed at everybody. And so it's really like love after lockup is them getting used to like living together for the first time. But most of these people have met. Most of them, I'd say, a couple of them have met before. Like they knew each other like in high school and things like that. But most of them have met on these dating sites, okay? So for those of you that did not know, there are multiple dating sites, but they're mostly pen pal sites. You can look up anything you want, okay? Like, seriously. I went, not because I'm looking, I'm happily married, but I went on there and I was, like, looking, and, like, in any state, you can find whatever you're looking for, okay? In fact, do you remember when Brittany... I think this was season 5 as well. She was like the addict, and then she was gonna marry the guy that was like the correctional officer, and his 2 kids were like staying with her, and then she was like, you promised me you're gonna give me $1,200 in a car, and all she wanted was money. Whatever happened to her? I wish they would bring them back to the show. Do you remember him? I felt bad for him. He was kind of stupid that he thought that anyway, when he went to go get her coffee and she yelled, they're yelling at each other over the hotel, and like the motel fence or whatever, and she goes, what did you expect? You met me on Caged Women. I lived. I was like, oh my God, Caged Women. So most of them meet on these pen pal sites, okay? Which I think, listen, most of my friends have been incarcerated at one time or another. I've been sober for 31 years. I know so many people have done time. I did time in county and things like that. So this is just like, this is kind of my world. Like my best friend and I, we talk about how all the time we know people that act and look just like people on the show. We're like, oh my God, this looks just like Judy Smith. You know what I mean? But anyway, oh my God, Angela and Tony, they're another one of my favorites. Angela and Tony, where's she at today? I bet she's probably smoking a cigarette right now. She knows she is. She's probably asking her new boyfriend if he wants a steak or a blowjob, and he's saying steak. But anyway, I love this show. So then that's Love After Lockup. Now, the couples that make it and don't split up, okay? Like, who is the one couple that she had the girlfriend? What was the girlfriend's name? Remember? She called her Bunny or something like that. It was some animal's name. Puppy. And then Puppy and her were running a scam with that guy. His name was Vince. Remember him? And they kept on talking about how shady Vince was. And everybody was like, I read the threads. And everybody's like, Vince is so shady. She's literally telling production that she's only with Vince for the money. So that when Puppy is still in prison, that she can support Puppy. They're both of them back in prison. And I don't know where Vince is today. But anyway, so life after lockup is what happens to the couples that they like make it through Love After Lockup, okay? Like, they've shown that they're in love and they're staying together. So they're on Life After Lockup, okay? Well, some of them. Like Will, and what was that girl last season? They didn't make it, and he, like, brought her divorce papers, and she ripped him up, and he's like, I got more copies and stuff like that. Well, I can't think of her name. None of them made it last season. But anyway, that's Life After Lockup. Love During Lockup is when these people are dating people that are currently incarcerated, okay? So if they make it all the way through the season and they're still in love, then they will be on Love After Lockup. Okay, so this is kind of like, so first it was Love After Lockup was the original, okay? It's the OG. Then it was Life After Lockup. Then it's Love During Lockup. They just kind of throw seasons out, whatever, because they got to get new people in here. But anyway, this season of Love During Lockup, we have 5 brand new couples. Well, Monique, she's from a previous season. Now, I didn't watch her season yet, so I don't know Monique. So she's new to me. Okay. Now, the first couple is Kaylee and Michael. I don't have no notes on them because they weren't in episode 2. This is the one thing that pisses me off about Love After Lockup, okay? We're just going to refer to it as Love After Lockup. What pisses me off about it is, like, they will end an episode on something really serious happening, and then that couple, you won't see them for, like, 2 more episodes because you got to wait, like, a week for each episode, right? Now, do you remember the gay couple the guy was a meth addict. He back in prison. But then the other guy was sober and he was like trying to change him and all that kind of stuff. And then the guy went out for the night and then he came back and he tested positive in the drug screen. Okay, that's how that episode ended. Then he didn't find out for like 3 weeks what happened to that couple. But it's all shot in one day. That kind of stuff pisses me off so bad on Love After Lockup, okay? So what else happened? There was another one that was like that too. But they're constantly, what is her name? It looks like quinoa, the food. That's not how you pronounce it. Quinoa, I can't remember. But anyway, she's pretty. I liked her. But she's a barber. And she was at the hair salon. And she like started like whipping off her like microphone and stuff. And she went to the bathroom. We had to wait 3 weeks to find out what happened. And that was when Joelia had filed the police report on her for slashing her tires and writing horror in the back of her car and all that kind of stuff. We never found out if it was quinoa or not. I don't know if it was her. But anyway, people think it was though. Do you think it was? I kind of think it was. I don't know. She got away with it if it was her, though. But anyway, and Joelia got away with wearing that little kitty cat wig. But anyway, that blonde kitty cat wig, honey, she wasn't fooling nobody. That wig was bad, honey. That was not a good wig. Anyway, so I do, like, even though I don't take notes, I do remember those people. But Michael and Kaylee were not on this episode. So I don't really remember a lot about them. I didn't take notes the first episode. I took notes the second episode. So the second episode only had 4 couples. The first episode had Michael and Kaylee, and they've been in love forever. I was so confused because like they were together before he got incarcerated again. But this is the thing about the show that's confusing to me. So she got like 8 kids or something like that, right? They're like cooking in the kitchen, get ready for school and stuff like that. And she talked about, I'm trying to remember their story. Yeah, they were together before he got incarcerated because she shows pictures of herself from like 20 years ago or something. And she don't look the same. She don't look the same at all. They're always showing those pictures, right? But anyway, and then, I mean, none of us do. Like, I don't look the same as I did 20 years ago. But I wouldn't be pulling pictures of myself from 20 years ago trying to pass them off as today. So anyway, so I think she knew him from before. But anyway, she got all these kids. Now, this is one of the things that kills me about these women on these shows. She's talking to all the kids in the kitchen. She's like, are you ready for dad to come home? And I'm thinking that he birthed all these children. He did not. He did not give, like, well, she birthed them. But you know what I'm saying? Like, none of them are his kids. And I'm thinking, I'm so confused. Last season, who was the woman that did this? Why can I not remember her? The teenage daughter was over it. She's like, that is not my dad. I'm not calling him dad. And she's like, you're going to call him dad. He's the only dad you ever knew. And then the younger girl was like, I can't wait for daddy to get out of prison. I'm like, it's so confusing. And I think it's really reckless to these kids and their relationships because you don't know if the relationship's going to make it or not. And then they make these kids call these men that are incarcerated dad. Like, it's so bizarre to me. And so these little kids always are like living for it because they want a dad, right? I get that. And so they're like, I can't wait for dad to come home. I can't wait for dad to come home. And they're always, the moms are always like, can you wait for dad to come home? And all, it's weird. Anyway, that's Michael and Kaylee. I don't really remember her story real well. So we'll get back to her next week. But then there is Goddess, who goes by Gigi, and Demond, who goes by Mumu. I don't know why, okay? But they were on both episodes. So Goddess, gorgeous. She is so gorgeous. And in this episode, she's waiting to talk to his mom. Okay, here's the deal with Mumu, okay? Mumu is like talking to Gigi and Golnessa. Do y'all watch Shaws of Sunset? He's talking to Gigi, and he's going to move into Gigi's house, okay? But he's also got Bonita that he's got kids with. But he's telling Bonita that he loves Bonita and he wants to be with Bonita, okay? And the mom's talking to both of them. But the mom thinks that Gigi would be better for her because she's got better head on her shoulders. And you can just kind of tell that Bonita is ready to fight at any moment, okay? You just kind of tell. It's not going to be pretty. But Mumu's plan is that he's hoping that he can convince Gigi and Bonita to have a 3-way polyamorous relationship. It's going to be so fucked up, y'all. It's going to be, and I'm living for it. It's going to be so fucked up. I cannot wait. Oh, JK and that gal. That was the one that he was fucking that girl, then she got pregnant and whatever. If we ever find out that was JK's baby, what was her name? Brittany? No, it started with a B. Why can't I think of her name? And she went and fought that girl at the pizza place. Oh my God. Brooke and JK. Brooke's dating another guy now. She's probably going to be on the next episode of Love After Lockup. I hope. Oh, Brooke, she didn't play, did she? I kind of loved her. If you're going to watch this show, you kind of got to just like, you got to live for the madness, you know what I mean? So Gigi's at the park and she's waiting to meet Mumu's mom, okay? I liked Mumu's mom, I really did. People were coming for her hair on that kind of stuff and on the line, but I liked her. I thought her wig looked pretty. Anyway, then they're talking about, his mom's talking to Mumu on the phone about her meeting Gigi The moms are always a huge part of all this, by the way. He's got this child with Bonita, and he's torn between the two. His mom says that you can't have both, and then he needs to pick one. And I love that his mom's like kind of hardcore like this. And then they show Bonita, and she's very spiritual. And she listens to the leaves, and the leaves speak to her, and things like that. And she got a juice bar. But she also makes adult waffles that look like penises. And then she got like 5 businesses. So she's got like 5 different businesses, okay? And when they show her, she's got like a jogging top and like shorts on, and she's serving these juices, these like healthy juices or something. And she's been with Demond, Mumu, since 2018. She's trying to get, oh, this is the other thing I love. They're always trying to get pregnant. They're like, I'm going to get pregnant the night he comes home. Honey, yeah, I'm getting pregnant. I'm getting pregnant. My friend and I, we text each other all the time. We're like, I'm getting pregnant tonight. No, like, because that's what they say all the time on the show. They're always like, and she's like, I'm getting pregnant. I'm getting pregnant as soon as he gets out of jail. He's with Gigi, honey. He's with Goddess. Or is that her name? Goddess, yeah. So she's talking about how she's going to get pregnant as soon as he gets home. They've been engaged for 4 to 5 years. Now, he's engaged to Bonita, okay? But Bonita don't know about Gigi, and Gigi don't know about Bonita. And you're going to tell me this isn't going to be a fucking mess? This is what I live for. He wants to introduce them to each other. Gigi meets up with his mom. She is talking about how she wants to invest in a couple businesses with Mumu and then get married. And his mom's like, well, we got to go pick up his stuff to take it to your house. We got to get a U-Haul. And Gigi's like, well, where's his stuff? And she's like, at Bonita's, his baby's mama's house. And Gigi is not having it. She is not happy about it. And mom's glad that he's going to live with Gigi because she thinks that Gigi's better for him. And then he's talking to Gigi on the phone, and he says he misses her and he loves her. And Gigi's like, I do not want any surprises or any drama. Now, I will tell you what happens quite a bit on the show is that, like, if they've had enough, like the smart ones that are like, I've had enough, I'm not being part of this anymore, they just walk away, they unmic themselves, and we don't ever see them again. They'll say, like, Judy Smith decided not to continue filming, and then you never hear from them again. Okay. Now we get to Monique and Titus. Okay, Monique has been on here previously. Now, I haven't watched that season, but apparently she was with some guy that was short, because she references it a lot, okay, and he done her dirty. So she lives in Cleveland, her sisters are coming over, because she's going to FaceTime call Titus, and who's in prison, because this is love during lockup, and she wants her sisters to meet Titus, okay? And she says she can't say her ex's name because he's got a restraining order on her. Titus is going to video call her, and he's going to meet her sisters. She doesn't have any furniture in her apartment. Oh, the episode 1, his cousin came over and started installing these cameras all through her house and like in her bedroom and stuff aimed at the bed. And she's like, I don't know how I feel about this. And he's like, what do you mean? She's like, that camera don't need to be aimed at my bed because he's afraid that she's going to cheat on him or something like that. I'm like, oh my God, that camera would not be aimed at my bed. I don't care. Like, what if you let out a fart in the middle of your sleep? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not sexy. You do not need that filmed on camera. Anyway, so she don't got no furniture in her apartment, and her sisters ask her why, and she says, because I didn't know if I was going to stay or not. Titus and I were not on good terms when I first moved here. She moved to Cleveland so that she can be closer to him and go visit him, and then when he gets out. She's never seen him in person. Okay, most of them haven't seen him in person. Like, I think like every season, only one of them have met in person. He has been incarcerated for 13 years for robbery. So then they get this video call from him, and he talks about having a son. They're like, what are your intentions? And he's like, well, I've got a son and a mom and a baby mama that I got to take care of. And they're like, why are you dating Monique then if you've got all this stuff to take care of? Because Monique's like, he's coming home and we're going to take care of each other. He's not taking care of all this other kind of stuff. And he's ready to come home, but he doesn't seem sure about what his plans are with Monique at all. And then they start pressuring him on him, and he just hangs up the phone call. Not good. That's not going to be good for the sisters. You can tell the sisters are real protective of Monique. And Monique's like, this is why I don't want my sisters in my business, because they ruined my past relationship. Apparently, it's the sisters' fault that this man's got a restraining order out on her. I don't know. And then they're like, I guess he ended the call. I don't know. They say that he seems unsure about a lot of stuff. He seems even unsure if he's even going to live with Monique, even though she bought this or rented this apartment. And she says she's cool about it anyway. She's not entertaining the situation with her sister. She's not doing this with them. She says she keeps on talking about how they're being aggressive to her. And I'm like, they're not being aggressive to you. And I think that's a really dangerous word to use. Like, I don't know. They're not being aggressive with her at all. She says that they don't need to know about her relationship. And then at the end, as they're walking out, Monique collapses. Now, this will be one of those situations like, because everybody's like, did she collapse? Did she collapse? They're all running. She probably fell on the floor. 3 weeks later, we'll find out she just fell on something. You know what I mean? But then it gets you worried. But she will not be in next week's episode because everybody will want to find out what happened to Monique. Anyway, hopefully she will be in next week's episode, then we will find out. And I hope she's okay. Then there's Emily and Justin. Okay, now, this is kind of a sad story. I don't know how they're going to deal with this because right now they're filming it, and I think it's in May or June, like they say on the show. And we know that Justin passed away, incarcerated. There's a lot of speculation about how he passed away. I'm not getting into that in this video. But we know that he passed away in July of last year. So he must pass away while this is being filmed, okay? Now, a lot of people are blaming Emily online. A lot of people are coming for Emily. I haven't seen enough episodes yet. I think a lot of people, I don't know. So Emily she's a mother, she has a son, and she drives to go to basically what's kind of like she's at the Bunny Ranch in Nevada, and she's a paid escort. She's a prostitute. And she goes there to make money. The one guy that she books, she charges him $2,500 an hour because the house takes 50%. And this is how she pays her bills. That she goes to this Bunny Ranch, she does these different brothels, 3 times a year. Justin's not real cool about it. The problem is that she can't get no sex on because she's constantly taking phone calls from Justin. In this episode, I think she talked to him 6 times on the phone. And at one point, they're ringing bells and telling her she needs to come out there and line up. These girls. Woo! Honey, these girls, this Bunny Ranch, man. She comes out. Okay, let me just put this in perspective for you. She comes out in this long lingerie thing and a bra with a jean jacket on, and he picks her immediately. Okay, let's just put this in perspective. She's cute. She's real cute. I liked her nails. She had those long black matte nails. I love those. But anyway, he tells her that his parole got taken away because he was fighting with his cellie and that he was also making a batch of wine. And so he got his parole taken away for misconduct. So he's not going to they're not even going to look at it until October of 2026. So she's devastated. And she's in the parking lot of the brothel, and she's like, I got to go into work. I don't know what to do. You can tell he's not happy about her doing this work, but he doesn't really say a whole lot about it. She's like, I'm upset, but I got to make money. What am I supposed to do? They're calling all these truckers on the CB radio, which is kind of funny. He calls her again, and she's supposed to be working, and he's talking about how he wants to get married. And she just, at this point, just seems so confused. She's like, I got to work. You're talking about marriage. You don't get out. You're not even up till parole till next October. Now, all these people in love during lockup are supposed to be getting out in the next 6 months. That's one of the things. And one of them on here is getting out in 13 months. And the other, he's not now getting out. So I don't know. It was interesting choices for the show because they would have known that going in. I mean, this is the 2 episodes. Hold on a second. And then he says he wants to get married. The bell is ringing. The guy picks Emily. I thought it was Daniel. Do you guys remember Daniel? That his mom got all involved. And then he was with that other gal. And she drank a lot. Do you remember them? And the family was always calling her an alcoholic. I swear to God, I thought that was Daniel. But it wasn't Daniel. His name was Austin. He picks Emily. And he's talking about how he just went through a rough divorce. And he wants to have some fun. He picks rope play. She takes him to the game room. She takes him to the game room for some rope play. And then she's like, we have to do a little doctor and nurse so I can look for lumps and bruises or bumps or something like that. What do you do if you pull out a dick and it's got all kinds of the herpes and stuff on it? You go, I can't. Sorry, here's your $2,500. What do you do? I mean, I've watched those documentaries on the Bunny Ranch and stuff. And she's like, we just have to play a doctor and nurse. And she's like, okay, it's fine. I'm like, what if you pull it out and there's a big wart on it? What do you do? You call in the mom and say he's got a big wart on here. What do you want to do? And I don't know. Is it if you write a bad check, at a restaurant, they put your check on the wall of shame? It's do they take a picture of your wart and post it on there and say, do not service? How embarrassing. Anyway, she says she does it to give her kid the best life possible. I don't shame nobody for doing sex work. Okay, I don't know, for me, with OnlyFans and controlling your own destiny, the Bunny Ranch, and I've seen it in many documentaries, these brothels in Nevada look fucking dirty, okay? They look like I wouldn't sit on no couch. I wouldn't even want to walk in that shag carpet. You could be doing this from your own home. I mean, why are you going all the way to, I mean, the money, honey, the money, $2,500 an hour? An hour. I don't shame nobody for sex work. I don't. But that place is not pretty. It is not pretty at all. She gets her own room, though, while she stays there. HBO included. Okay. Then she goes back to her room, like, while he's getting changed, to call Justin. She takes a call from Justin. He's called her 3 times, and he's mad, and he hangs up on her. Okay. Now at the very end, we're with Aisha and Michael. She wasn't in season 1. My friend and I watch it at the same time. We text each other while we're watching it, and she's like, who is this gal? So she is a rapper, and she goes by the name, is it Yo Mama? Her rap name is Yo Mama. Okay, so she's like older. I think she's like in her 50s or 60s. And she's dating this guy named Michael, and she liked him because he's plus size, and so he'd like her because apparently, I guess, she's plus size. He's in jail for drug trafficking, but they got it all wrong. These women are always like, no, but they fucked it up. They got it all wrong, okay? And his family, so I don't know who this guy is. She lives with this guy. I think it's her brother or friend or something, but he don't trust this Michael at all, okay? But all her girlfriends are like, humans make mistakes. Humans make mistakes. Drug trafficking? I don't know if that's like, I bumped into somebody at the grocery store. That's not kind of like that kind of mistake. Anyway, she getting ready to do her show, her Yo Mama show, where she goes and raps. When they show it, it's kind of sad. It's like this bar in like a Chipotle or like a Chili's, and she's got like 6 friends in a booth, and she's like, I'm Yo Mama. And it's like kind of sad, but I kind of live for her all day long, so I don't know why. Anyway, she says that he's going to be released in the next 6 months, and they've been dating for the last 3 months, and she's never seen him in person. He is a farmer. He owns a farm. That's what's real attractive. He's a farmer, and she says it's like a Harlequin romance. This woman that wants to be a farmer is dating a guy that's in prison that's plus size for drug trafficking. It looks like a cover of a Harlequin. Now, my grandma used to read those novels. I know what those covers look like, Fabio. That does not paint the picture of a Harlequin romance, but she thinks it is. Anyway, she said she's getting ready to go on stage to be a rapper. Her name is Yo Mama. And I wrote in here 6 people in a Chili's booth. But then she's telling her friend, this guy, when they're on their way home, that his papers say that he got 999 years and no release date. But he says he's getting out in 6 months. He is lying to her. They scam for money and pictures and dirty pictures of boobies and things like that. They do, though. And they interview him, too. You can kind of tell he's scamming her. And it says on his paperwork that he's 77, but he's telling her he's 45. Now, I saw somewhere it came out, it says he's like 56 or 57. He looks about 56 or 57. He don't look no 77 to me, but he definitely don't look 45 either, okay? And she goes, but his name's spelled differently. I think he's in Alabama. She is so pissed at the state of Alabama. She's like, no, they fucked him. They got him under a different name. They got him under 999 years. They don't even do that to nobody. And so then she's like, the Justice Department doesn't know where his paperwork is, so they don't know when his end date is. She's going to go to Alabama and talk to him, and she is going to figure it all out. Okay. But then she wants to talk to a lawyer and see how she can help his case. Well, we've seen that in past seasons, and that don't ever work out well. She's going to find out he's got 999 years is what she's going to find out. Well, one of you has already probably found out. Leave it in the comment section how long he's really got. She's like, they did him wrong, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. Her friends just think that he thinks it's all so fishy. Then she's got this 33-year-old daughter. Hold on, that's a correctional officer. A lot of these women have like kids, sisters, or friends that are correctional officers. Okay, so they don't ever want to tell them the truth. She has not told her daughter that he is in prison. So her daughter's like, she's like, yeah, I'm going to go to Alabama to see my man. She's like, oh, you are? And she's like, are you going into work as a correctional officer? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, don't let those prisoners walk all over you. And she's like, I won't. You know, I keep them in line. And I'm like, yeah, you're dating one of them. This season is going to be so good. 2 episodes are out already, so you can catch up, okay? 2 episodes are out already. Love During Lockup, 2026. Living for it. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.